The Hollow Church, Part 2. A few weeks passed since Sarah's encounter at the old church. The memory lingered in her mind, both a source of comfort and fear. The warmth she felt when she recited the prayer never quite left her, and she began to visit the church's remnants each Sunday, drawn back by an inexplicable force to confront what she had fled. Each visit, she found the doors standing ajar, as if the church, now shrouded in golden sunlight, eagerly awaited her return. The air inside, once thick with despair, felt lighter. The sun's rays illuminated the dust particles dancing in the air, making it seem almost ethereal. Yet, despite the serene facade, Sarah could still sense the shadows lurking in the corners, waiting, watching. Determined to uncover the truth about the church, she spoke to the townsfolk, digging into its history. She learned of Father Gabriel, the priest who had turned to forbidden rituals in an attempt to restore faith to a dwindling congregation. His desperation had led to tragedy, but there were stories of redemption too. How some believed he had sought forgiveness in the end. As she navigated the narratives of loss and remorse, Sarah began to feel an unsettling connection to Father Gabriel. It was as if his restless spirit still lingered, seeking a way to make peace with the living. Driven by an urge for resolution, she began researching local remedies and rites to help souls find absolution. One stormy night, her resolve solidified. Sarah gathered candles, her grandmother's old prayer book, and a few sentimental trinkets representative of her stepping stones, a stone from the riverbank, a small rose, and a cross given to her by her mother when she was a child. Clad in a heavy coat, she ventured back to the church, intent on performing a ritual of release for Father Gabriel's haunted spirit. The church stood solemn, its silhouette dark against the flashing lightning. With a pounding heart, she entered, the winds swirling ominously behind her. Lighting the candles, she positioned them in a circle around the altar, whispering prayers to create a sacred space. As she brought forth the items, a chill swept through the nave, and the shadows shifted violently, as if stirred by an unseen force. "Father Gabriel!" she called out, her voice steady despite the fear crawling up her spine. "I'm here to help you find peace. I know you're suffering. Please, let me help you." An eerie stillness settled over the church. The air crackled with tension, and Sarah felt that familiar cold wrap around her like a shroud. Then it happened. The echo of a voice piercing through the silence. "Who dares disturb my lament?" The voice, filled with sorrow and rage, resonated from the very walls of the church, trembling the stained glass. "I am Sarah," she replied, emboldened by purpose. "I seek to understand your pain. I wish to forgive, both for you and for myself. Release your sorrow into the light." In response, the shadows swirled closer, and an apparition emerged from the altar. A pale figure, cloaked in tattered robes, translucent and sorrowful. Father Gabriel's face was a map of regret, an endless expanse of anguish. "Why should I trust you?" His voice cracked, echoing with the weight of years lost. "I am trapped by my sins." "You are not alone," she responded, tears prickling her eyes. "Your flock has mourned you. They did not forget. You must let go of the darkness that binds you. Accept their love and find your way to the light." As the figure approached, the shadows recoiled, battling against the warmth of her words. She reached for the small rose she had placed at the altar, offering it up, Let this flower represent your memories, both joyful and painful. Breathe life into it, and let it remind you that redemption is possible. We're all here to forgive and be forgiven." For a moment, the apparition hesitated, its hollowed face conflicted. Then, a breeze surged through the church, sweeping across the nave, rustling the candles. The flower confronted the spectral form, shimmering with brilliance. "Forgive me," the specter whispered, as the barriers that shrouded it began to dissolve. Sarah held her breath as the shadows twisted and writhed, revealing the warmth of the sun that poured through the windows for the first time in decades. Father Gabriel's eyes softened, and the raw edges of his spirit began to fray, surrendering to the light. "With repentance comes forgiveness," he murmured, his voice scarcely above a whisper. "I accept my fate." In that instant, the candles extinguished themselves, the flickering flames replaced by a brilliant luminescence that filled the church with clarity. The air vibrated with a sense of release, and Sarah could feel the weight lifting, the darkness retracting into the void. A brilliant flash enveloped Father Gabriel, and for a fleeting moment, Sarah saw his true self, a figure radiant, youthful, free from the chains of despair. The light erupted, filling every corner of the church as shadows retreated, their remains dissolved into sparkling dust. As the glow subsided, Sarah found herself alone in the tranquil church, silence wrapping around her like a warm embrace. Through the shining stained glass, the sun shone in constellations of color, illuminating a space that felt alive once more. With her heart full, Sarah knelt before the altar, thanking the air for its blessings, for the courage to face darkness, and for the chance to bring light into a hollow place. As she stood to leave, she felt a deep sense of closure, a weight lifted not just from her own soul, but from that of the church itself. As she stepped outside, the sun dipped low, casting a golden glow over the town. The church, once a hollow shell, now stood proud, a testament to the power of forgiveness and the unyielding light of hope. Sarah, renewed, walked away with her burdens eased, knowing she would carry the light within her, wherever her path might lead.